Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Reactor, and this is Quinn. Today's article comes from Bloomberg.com, and it says, "A blue pill is stopping HIV. World's first study shows." So, it sounds like this is a cure for AIDS. Or HIV. I guess you can't cure
World's
AIDS.
first study about this specific pill?
New research shows an unprecedented reduction in cases of the AIDS-causing virus. Woo! An antiviral pill taken daily by thousands of men across Sydney and other parts of Australia led to globally unprecedented reduction in new HIV cases, showing that a targeted preventative approach may accelerate progress on ending the AIDS epidemic. New cases of HIV among gay and bisexual men fell by almost a third to the lowest on record, according to the world's first study to measure the impact of Gilead Sciences Incorporated Truvada pill on reducing the AIDS-causing virus in a large population. The results, published Thursday in the Lancet HIV Medical Journal, may pave the way for other states and countries to stop transmission of the virus with the use of a treatment called pre-exposure prophylaxis, or PrEP. Ooh, and these are the anti-AIDS pills. Cool. I want some.
They look huge.
Life size?
Why are they so big? Who could eat that? You'd have to cut it into little pieces just to eat one.
Probably do.
Yeah.
Probably do. I don't know. It's not that bad if it stops AIDS. The speed of the decline we've seen in new HIV infections in gay and bisexual men is a world first, said study leader Andrew Grulich, head of HIV epidemiology and prevention of the Kirby Institute of the University of New South Wales. These numbers are the lowest on record since HIV surveillance began in 1985. Progress against AIDS over the past 15 years has inspired a commitment by UN member states to end the epidemic by 2030. The number of people newly infected with HIV fell to 1.8 million worldwide in 2017. Wow, it's a lot of people, though.
Right?
From more than 3 million a year through most of the 1990s. Yeah, that's a lot of people, too. But, yeah, I've felt like throughout my life that it's been just like disappearing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
While the study results can't be generalized to indicate similar efficacy in heterosexual populations, they do demonstrate that PrEP is highly cost-effective in certain high-risk groups, Grulich said in a phone interview. Stopping transmission. New HIV infections occurred in 102 gay and bisexual men in the state of New South Wales in the first year after the study began, compared with 149 infections in the 12 months prior. The first year. Oh, okay. So it dropped by like a third. While we've known for at least 3 or 4 years now of an individual level of efficacy of PrEP, there has been some reticence. Wow, like I can't read. Around the world by policymakers to properly fund the rollout of PrEP because the population impact hasn't been shown, and that's what we set out to do, Grulich said. There were about 180,000 people in the U.S. taking Truvada for PrEP at the end of June, Robin L. Washington, Gilead's chief financial officer, said on the conference call in July. So people in the U.S. are taking it too. I guess just not as much as Australia or...
Yeah.
The blue, oval-shaped pill is a fixed-dose combination of the drugs tenofovir, disoproxil, and emtricitabine. Generic versions of Truvada made by Mylan NV, Cipla Ltd, and Teva Pharmaceutical Industries Ltd have made the medication available more cheaply. We see the nice steady growth of Truvada for the use of PrEP. Gilead's chief executive officer, John F. Milligan, told the Morgan Stanley Global Healthcare Conference last month. Areas of the U.S. with the highest uptake of PrEP have achieved some of the best reductions in HIV infections, he said. I'm more confident now that the policymakers are being very innovative in thinking about how to increase access to PrEP, Milligan said. So we'll be working on a number of things in the coming year that could really increase the number of patients in PrEP and could be very good for preventing the infection and, of course, good for our business as well. It looks like the end of the article.
This is like the only company that's making this drug because
no, it's 3 companies combining their drugs is what I'm getting.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it seemed like it was saying. Like mentioned Truvada.
I'm pretty sure this probably isn't the only drug you can get for treating HIV and AIDS.
It doesn't treat it. It's a preventative. It's like a what's the word? A vaccine that you have to keep taking every day.
Like,
probably.
yeah, you have to keep taking it, or else you
But you could also just stop having unprotected sex.
could use condoms.
Uh-huh.
This is for people that don't like condoms. That's what these pills are.
Yeah, right?
Like, you could prevent AIDS every time, but it's like, you know,
It's not even that. It's like this drug can prevent AIDS. It seems to do it, you know? Like, so now you don't have to use condoms. Like, what?
I feel like condom companies are going to really have a big battle on their hands with companies like these pill people that are trying to be like, no, you don't need condoms anymore. Got these pills.
It kind of makes you wonder, where do these STDs come from? Who's making them? Condom companies,
now
maybe?
you've got the people. Now you've got the other tier of people making the STDs.
Well,
they're always battling with the pill.
You know how,
people.
like, antivirus companies for, like, computers are the ones who would make the viruses?
Right.
They would have no business if they didn't have viruses. So
Right.
it might be the same way for, like, these companies. You know?
You know what? I think you might be onto something, Dave.
Without STDs, drug companies wouldn't be making a fortune off them.
And without drug companies, the condom companies would have no one to battle it out with.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't really know if that
Yeah.
makes sense, but there's definitely a little war going on.
Yeah. So
basically what I'm getting from this is you don't even need condoms anymore because this company makes a pill that
just
just
take drugs.
makes you better automatically.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that was... I don't know. I guess people in America are taking it. Epidemic by 2030, they're trying to get rid of AIDS.
The thing is, Dave, that yeah, they'll probably get rid of all of it by 2030 or something. But then probably in like 2025 there will be some brand new killer STD that they're like, oh, looks like we're gonna have to do 40 years of research.
Someone will make a new one.
Yep. It's
like
just
give the world AIDS.
It's probably already created. They're just waiting until they have a good handle on HIV to release it.
You know, AIDS was made by accident in a lab.
So it wasn't made from a guy who had sex with a monkey?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I always thought it was.
That's what they always say, but it's because they don't want you to know that it was made by humans.
Really? So it was like in a lab, like created?
I guess there's no evidence of that, but I'm pretty sure. It sounds cool.
I thought it was a guy who worked at some chemical company who went to somewhere like Tanzania or somewhere and actually engaged in a sex act with a monkey.
I really doubt that, though.
I doubted that too because it just didn't seem. It seemed like made up.
Yeah.
You know, like why would a person on a business trip have sex with a monkey?
Well, maybe they didn't. Maybe they had sex with a prostitute who
had sex with a monkey.
Mm-hmm. But then I don't.
Right.
It kind of doesn't make sense though, because I don't think monkeys have money.
It's like trying to connect all those dots. It's like I'm
There's
not a
something
detective.
there. There's definitely something there.
Right.
But I have no idea what it is.
So what I think is, even if that did happen and it were somehow related to monkeys, it doesn't make me hate monkeys. And you know, honestly, I have, you know, a lot of people are going to be thinking about this, and unfortunately, they're going to understand that, like, they're going to stop, you know, having safe sex because these people keep making these advertisements for these pills that supposedly cure disease.
They're going to be safe from HIV, and they're going to be like, all right, we're safe. We're taking the pill.
Right,
and then the new STD is going to pop up, and they're going to be like, oh, well, I guess I got this now.
I know. And how crappy is that, you know, I feel like that's what's going to happen. But hopefully I'm wrong, and I really hope that never happens.
I mean, do we discover new STDs all the time, or have they already been discovered? Like, we know about all of them, right? Like, we can't have a new one just pop up without someone making it.
They probably do every week, and there's probably so many that I don't know about.
It's so easy to make viruses, too.
Right.
From what I understand.
Right.
Yeah, you can make viruses that do good stuff and bad stuff. Like superpowers. Like, you can make a virus that increases your HGH to ridiculous levels so that you just, like, never stop growing muscles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
All right, well, yeah, that's all I have to say. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving a comment or giving it a thumbs up. And check out our Patreon link in the description if you want to help us. Everything's appreciated. Thanks for watching.